Peace and blessings, YouTube. It's another walk and talk. Just want to speak on, I made a quick short Thursday when I was in traffic. I drive for a living, and I just happened to take this one road that I don't normally take, thinking I can actually get home faster, and I just got caught up in crazy gridlock. And it was hot. It was standstill, and we had nothing but just impatient people on the road. Where I showed a video of the cargo van riding on the curve, but there were several cars that was doing that, and several cars was just cutting in front of me, and other vehicles that was sitting there. Just I wasn't the only person that was getting cutted on due to impatience. And I typically don't get too frustrated when it comes to traffic situations, because many years I've been doing this, and I just know that you got to give people an opportunity to do what they need to do. No pull. So even when I leave my house, I know from that very moment I have to move with a certain level of patience. And so basically, I want to speak on this road rage that happened in Texas the other day, where the ex-Navy guy and his woman got into it with a guy who had his nephew, 2-year-old nephew, in the car. So basically, you know how road rage go. Everybody's beating their chest. No pull. Everybody's beating their chest. So eventually, they get off on the exit, and the Navy and his girl, they look like a beautiful couple too, very attractive people. And the woman gets out and shoots at the car, grazed the man in the head. She gets out, no hesitation, boom. And then the guy skids off, and she still busted some more, boom, boom, boom. Navy guy's like, oh snap, she shot, she got off. But at the end of the day, the points I want to make is, you guys, road rage has been happening for years, as long as people have been traveling. But this is a different season in life, a different vibration in life, where people are full of anxiety. They're going through hell. They've put themselves in hell due to the decisions that they have been making. And they're overwhelmed with stress and anxiety. And not just that, when you're going through stuff like that, you don't know, or you may not have the ability to fight off certain spirits that are going to take advantage of your vulnerability. And in a blink of an eye, a spirit can hop on you and cause you to do things that you didn't really want to do. And on the other hand, things that you are so willing to do that you played out in your mind. Sometimes if you play certain scenarios out in your mind so much, you might be fortunate enough to experience it. Because that's just how life works, whether it's good or bad. And I want to say, you guys have to practice being patient. You guys have to practice being under pressure, doing good under pressure. And I'm saying this to myself too. I had a jiu-jitsu class yesterday, and my professor, he was smothering me. But the last class we had, he was smothering me, and I kind of reacted a little too fast. And I told myself, and shout out to you, Professor, if you ever watch this video. I kind of like, I told myself, you try to put me under that pressure again, I'm going to endure that pressure and get out of it. When he was trying to smother me. And then lo and behold, he tried to set me up to smother me again. And this time I just embodied it. I just embraced it and I got myself out of it. Actually, we ran out of time, so that was cool. Time ran out while we were rolling. And I did good. But the point I'm making with that, that's jujitsu rolling. But the point I want to make with that is, it prepares me for stressful situations so that you be able to think calmly and not just fight or flight and not just get nervous and just respond instinctively based upon quick reaction. When you're under pressure, you got to be able to start thinking calmly. You got to be able to go ahead and use reason. And that day when I was in traffic and people were just cutting me and running on the sidewalk, I had to gather myself because I'm not the road rage type. I don't really agree on hitting horns on people because you just never know what a person's going through. So you guys, please stop hitting your horns on people just to show your frustration. You know what I'm saying? And I had noticed I have been, expressing myself a little bit more on the road to myself out loud. And my partner that worked with me, I'm sure he's like, dang, man, chill out. So I'm going to get better at that. But you never know what a person may be going through. So try to just, let them pass you by, pull over, let them go. You know what I'm saying? And I know majority of the people that I road rage with, well, no, not I, but that be road raging, that be on some bull stuff. You can bet your dollar, majority of them are strapped. Majority of them have guns. And you may even have a gun yourself, but were you planning on using it that day? Or were you planning on going home and having dinner with your family? Stick to your plan. Stick to your vision of your life. Don't let nobody finesse you out of your freedom. Don't allow your emotions to finesse you out of your freedom. Now, on the other hand, being responsible and letting your children go with certain relatives or, good morning, certain relatives or husbands or wives. This guy also was road raging with someone else's child in the car. He almost got killed while he was egging on these people with a 2-year-old toddler in the car. So, you have to know who you're sending your children with. And all these women who don't want to let their father, the father of the child, have the child. So you throwing the children off to your relatives because you too full of pride to allow your baby daddy or your ex-husband to have the child for the weekend or whatever. So now you got them with reckless relatives. Reckless relatives when it could have been a situation where it could have been with somebody that wouldn't have not put that child in harm's way. But this guy road raging, driving fast with somebody else's child in the car. We have to think about all these type of things, you guys. We have to think about all these type of things. It's going to get worse. When you walk out that door, just prepare to be a little bit more patient. Make it home. Choose your battles. Don't get finessed and going through something that you didn't prepare for. Choose your battles. Be a peacemaker. Get rid of the ego so that you can get home and you can be free. Now these people are in court. They're in court with the same clothes on they had beef. They got into that road rage in. That woman's life is going to be forever changed. And not just that, but they were a couple, and it was his responsibility to be working on teaching that woman how to compose herself in stressful situations. And he failed at that because he didn't know how to compose himself in stressful situations. And so he might have loved that woman sincerely, but he didn't love her enough to correct her. He didn't love her enough for him to move in a certain proper manner. And now they're both are behind bars, and their lives will never be the same. Think about it. Have a good day.